Our top story this afternoon, the United States and North Korea have gone toe-to-toe over the nuclear crisis here on the Korean Peninsula. Washington says the North has to cut out its provocations, but Pyongyang fired back, accusing the United States of being the one that's raising tensions. Our Park Ji-won starts us off.
At a UN Security Council meeting on Friday, specially convened to discuss North Korea's nuclear and ballistic missile programs, U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson said a sustained cessation of North Korea's threatening behavior was needed before dialogue can start.
The United States will use all necessary measures to defend itself against North Korean aggression, but our hope remains that diplomacy will produce a resolution. A sustained cessation of North Korea's threatening behavior must occur before talks can begin. North Korea must earn its way back to the table.
Tillerson added until North Korea's denuclearization is achieved, pressure will continue, although channels of communications will be kept open. South Korea said it will never recognize North Korea as nuclear state, adding that dialogue aimed at denuclearization is the only possible way forward.
We should not be coerced by North Korea's continuing provocations, but rather uphold our principles while firmly responding to its reckless behaviors.
However, North Korea did not back down and blamed the U.S. for the current situation.
Our possession of nuclear weapons was an individual self-defensive measures of defend our sovereignty and right of existence and development from the U.S. nuclear threat and blackmail, and anyone is to blame for it. The U.S. is the one who must be held accountable.
The U.S. also called on China and Russia to put more pressure on Pyongyang, and while the two countries support the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula, they stressed a more cautious and peaceful approach to resolve the threat. Meanwhile, the UN Secretary General emphasized the importance of re-establishing communication channels between two Koreas.
It is time to re-establish and strengthen communication channels, including inter-Korean and military-to-military channels.
The UN chief added that it's paramount to reduce the possibility of any misunderstandings and miscalculations on the Korean Peninsula. Park Ji-won, Arirang News.